across gender, make sure that women in tech are encouraged and that we get their perspective, which is quite a unique perspective. And I say that personally because much of my life I was mentored by or trained by when I was a PhD student, or when I was in Wall Street, my seniors were women. And I've always benefited from the wisdom and unique perspective and guidance that I've gotten from them. And so when we say unity in diversity, we also say in places like the US that diversity increases the likelihood of innovation because you get such a cross-pollination of ideas. And so for all these reasons, we were keen that we should encourage the participation of women in tech. And I was very happy to see this morning, at least more than I have ever seen in any other startup display anywhere in Tamil Nadu, the number of women involved today. So first I applaud the local universities, colleges, and support systems that encourage that. The third aspect, I think, is how vast the institutions are, from minority institutions to private institutions to the government-supported Anna University College itself. So innovation is happening across all the different institutions, and such broad-based access to opportunity is good for our society. I will echo the sentiments of my good friend Hari, that this is a really wonderful opportunity for us. Some of it was demographic and predestined. Some of it is being wreaked on us by other people, but there's always the bright side. In fact, I would go beyond the notion of a silver lining to the cloud to actually a new horizon being opened up for us that we had not contemplated. And I mean by that demographically, of course, India is going to be the engine of the world for the next 20-25 years. That's just mathematics. I've talked about it many times, I don't want to repeat that. But things that we could not have predicted, one, the breakdown of this hyper-globalized economy across products, services, talent, capital, every aspect of the economy of commerce was hyper-globalized, and we thought that would continue for another 10-20 years. It's being unwound rapidly. And it's unwound in some ways that are negative for us. A lot of barriers coming, a lot of tariffs coming, a lot of restrictions on goods shipment. But in some other ways, it focuses us on our market, and because we have the scale of human beings, and particularly in a state like Tamil Nadu, because we have decent per capita income and decent socio and other human development indicators, we can actually focus on growing our own economy with greater concentration, as opposed to thinking about just being a supplier to the United States or other places. And even more recent than that is the disruption in the tech workforce, or broadly the high-skilled workforce, with all these changes to the H-1B program. And I was just contemplating to myself that though I myself lived in the 20 years and never had an H-1B, I went from a student visa to a green card directly because of some unique opportunity called national interest waiver. You think about all the big people you know who migrated from India to the US. I'm 100% sure that if not all of them, the majority of them at one point went through a H-1B visa process. Think about not just the Sundar Pichays and the Satya Nadellas and the Indra Nuis of the world, but think about President Trump's own AI advisor, who is a graduate from SRM University, Chennai. He definitely went through an H-1 visa at some point. Now, if the administration is preventing such talent from going by setting the bar so high, and it is a very high bar, not because anybody would hesitate, Sundar Pichai or Satya Nadella or even the Trump's advisor probably worth tens or hundreds of millions of dollars and make tens of millions of dollars, so paying 100,000 is an irrelevant number. But that is today. When they first started out, they were probably $100,000 or $200,000 employees, and so the notion of paying a $100,000 additional fee to employ a $100,000 engineer is going to be such a barrier, and so it is going to block out such a wide swath of the talent that all of us who are otherwise the net exporters must benefit in the medium to long term. Of course, in the short term, my heart goes out to all those whose futures, whose plans have been disrupted by abrupt policy making overnight because of one individual. Normally in democracies, these things shouldn't happen, but a different story for a different day. The state of democracy around the world is not in great shape. But as for us, we are particularly happy because a lot of the talent went out of Tamil Nadu. If you look at the global talent in any profession, in medicine, in technology, in banking, in the law, in accounting, Indians are disproportionately represented around the world, and Tamils are hugely disproportionately represented among the Indians. So we are less than 6% of the population of India. My best guess is 20 to 30% of the top talent in all these professions I talked about of Indian origin is Tamil origin. And so many of us will find some returning expatriates, people like me, people like the guys who run HCL here, or NBC Comcast Universal in Chennai, and also people who will never go, who would have otherwise gone. And so I think Tamil Nadu, much better than India, will progress and benefit from this. And Madurai should be one of those places that also benefits a lot, because even if you look at the Indian economy, this export of talent from Tamil Nadu is quite high in Bangalore and Hyderabad and Pune and Noida and Mumbai, wherever. And if you look from Madurai, we are also disproportionately represented for various reasons. There's always the great joy of coming back home, which I have experienced personally. And I know so many others in large corporations and in startups. And my friend, my senior from Lovedale, I saw him somewhere, I see his wife here, who have come back. And so many of us will do the same. And I think it's a very exciting time. And so the confluence of these global variables that were not in our control, but are blowing winds our way, and the government's focus on expanding the programs that we have across the state and across the scope of activities that we do, I think will give us some multiplier effect. And as impressed as I am with the startups and the products that I've seen today, I hope this is just the beginning. I hope that the rate of growth of such initiatives will be exponential over the next year or two, and we'll really start to accelerate with our domestic talent, with the support of these programs. Capital is probably the hardest thing to contain globally. You can put tariffs on goods, you can put tariffs on services, you can change visa rules. The money flows where it needs to go. And so I think if we have good ideas and we have the good talent, we shouldn't have such a difficult time. I think we'll find more and more capital seeking opportunities in India, as I say that as an ex-investment banker. And so I think we're in a good place, we're at the right time. As they used to say when I was in the markets, timing is everything. Sometimes timing is more important than direction. And we are fortunate to be at the right time, at the right place, with the right initiatives. I am excited with these two MOUs with the Tyagaraja College of Engineering, which has been historically, if not the preeminent, then one of the preeminent institutions for engineering. Of course, I take personal pride. Many of my friends are graduates from there. My family's got a long association with those who started the institute. But I think because of their vision and their priorities already in this space, there will be also some compounding effect of our MOUs with them. And I'm sure that as we both work together and we work with this setup in Anna University, I'm very happy to hear that almost all the seats in our center are occupied on day one from the day we open. That is an indication. And I can tell you that after we have started regularizing the Elcott parks, all of a sudden I have huge amount of demand for both the Elcott SEZs in near Matathavani as well as in Vadapalanji near here. So we're going to see a lot more companies coming. We are proposing new ways of supporting these companies for the first time in our history in Elcott, in the IT department. We have signed a co-development agreement to build hostel facilities in the Elcott for one of our tenants, Pinnacle Infotech. And so we are also trying to be as flexible and out-of-the-box thinking as possible to support growth, to support jobs, most of all to support innovation. Because as you see the disruption of AI, you're going to see lots of old jobs disappear over the next 10, 20 years, and lots of new approaches to doing things come. And in that way also, we're at a very interesting time, inflection point-wise in the industry. So we're blessed to have good timing on so many dimensions. I'm again grateful and thankful to be at this hall for this event today. I would have liked for this to be the first center that was opened outside Madurai, outside Chennai. But I think my CEO might be from Trichy. She schemed in every way possible to make sure that Trichy was opened first before we came to Madurai. But never mind, at least I won't be accused of partiality. So the first one was opened 3-4 days ago in Trichy. The second one is opened here today. I dare say the startups I saw here today were even more exciting than the ones I saw in Trichy. So I have great hope. I hope we will meet again and look back fondly on this auspicious beginning of this new center. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, sir. I invite Dr. K. Lingadurai, Dean, Anna University Regional Campus, Madurai, to propose the oath of thanks.
Good morning to everyone present here. On behalf of the Department of Information Technology and Digital Service and Anna University Regional Campus, Madurai, it is indeed my privilege and honor to propose the vote of thanks on this special occasion. First and foremost, I extend my deepest gratitude to our esteemed Chief Guest, through Dr. Palnivel Tyagarajan, Honorable Minister for Information Technology and Digital Services, Government of Tamil Nadu, for gracing this occasion with his presence and for sharing his inspiring thoughts that motivate us to scale new heights in IT and digital services across the state. Thank you, sir. I sincerely thank Thru Barendra Navint, IAS Principal Secretary, IT and Digital Service, Department of Government of Tamil Nadu, for his unwavering support and vision in strengthening the IT ecosystem for Tamil Nadu in absentia. My heartfelt thanks to Dr. P. Sankar, IAS Secretary, Higher Education Department, Government of Tamil Nadu, for his invaluable contribution towards transforming higher education in absentia. We are also grateful to our dynamic CEO of Itnt Hub, Mrs. Vanitha Venugopal, for her excellent guidance and leadership in driving innovation activities across Tamil Nadu. A special word of thanks to Thru K. Hari Tyagarajan, Chairman and Correspondent, Tyagaraja College of Engineering, Madurai, for gracing this function. I take this opportunity to thank all principals, Itnt Hub in charges, officials from Itnt, heads of department, faculty members, press and media for their invaluable contributions towards the success of this program. Above all, I extend my heartfelt appreciation to the organizing team, students and participants whose enthusiasm and cooperation have made this event memorable and impactful. So once again, I thank each and every one of you for your presence and support. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As we draw close to the conclusion of the inauguration ceremony, I request everyone to rise for the national anthem.
जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष माहे काहे जब जय गादा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Dear delegates, I request you to kindly be seated to make way for the Honorable Minister and dignitaries.